I'm Sarah Rollman from the website Sarah Scoop, and this is Getting Likes, Outside and In, the show where we try to help people who are having a little trouble getting the most out of their social media presence. We've all been there. We've hit a slump or some gravel in the road, and we need to work to find our way out of it. Today's guest, EJ, is dealing with that right now.
I do not know what I am doing when it comes to Instagram.
That people probably got sick of me.
I didn't use the right hashtags, or I didn't use any hashtags at all.
This is EJ Tangonen. I am an inspiring actor, filmmaker, graphic designer, just overall creative. And I post my projects and just fun things that I think of online a lot. There was a time where I got a lot of support, I got a lot of love.
Like past couple of years, I've just been going through like a rough patch in my life, sort of a transitional period, you could say. And
I've sort of used social media as a platform for my voice during the time I was probably not very healthy.
the amount of attention my posts have gotten has just been dwindling. And now whenever I kind of do things that are a lot more lighthearted, a lot more creative and fun, it's not getting the type of attention that I used to, and I just feel like, I kind of drove people away.
I think there's just a lot of good of like not just getting likes from other people, but finding that I can like myself. The most determined part of me is actually the part of me that stands in my way to accomplish these things. You know, I really need something like this, something so positive, and I think reaching people is the most important thing.
Hello.
Hi, EJ. Thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you for having me.
First off, I'm super proud of you for being in a good place, but still realizing kind of what happened. If you want to just start by kind of giving me a little update on your situation, what happened with your social media.
I obviously knew that I post a lot of things that could rub people the wrong way. And so I'm not at that place that I used to be anymore, but
But there's probably a lot of people there at that place where.
Yes.
So what was causing you to post those things? What was your reasoning behind that?
I was at that place where it was like, I'm not where I am with my career, I'm not where I am in a certain place in my life with like love. I feel like sometimes my friends don't understand me, my family. And so it's like the four quadrants of life as a failure. For some reason, something like putting it in a journal wasn't cathartic enough for me.
Wasn't working for you?
Yeah, I just felt like, okay, I can put it down, but I don't feel like it's going anywhere. I need to shout it out. So I just, instead of sort of calling, people up or something like that, I'm just gonna put it out there online.
And so it kind of gave you a negative online presence.
Very, yes.
But you want to turn that around.
Yes.
And earlier you were talking, really your goal, what you said when we were speaking with you earlier was you were interested in entertainment-based stuff, like comedy and movies and that sort of thing. So what might be a challenge for you is to really use social media in a positive light, something you're passionate about and excited to do, and keep it very themed towards that, like topic-wise. So let's take a look at some of these posts that you've done. What is your goal to have? Like when you think about your ideal social media presence, like what is it that you would be sharing?
Passionately, I want to put projects out there that I've conceived or worked on, have been in, sort of showcase myself. That's another thing, is I'm shy. Like a lot of things you'll see is my work, not necessarily me. And even the travel photos, it's just of the place and not a selfie of me at the place. But I think a big thing of the past couple of years during this rough patch is I kept saying, I want to be seen, I want to be heard. And so I would love to be able to make myself available for the people in the film community if they'd love to work with me, and also show what I'm capable of, because I don't think I've showed that yet.
That's why you're here, right? So we can figure it out. We actually have someone else. I have a special guest, and she's going to come on and join us today to help build up your confidence.
Awesome, I need some.
Dr. Susan Harrison isn't just a sweetheart. She's an award-winning author, speaker, coach, and she's about to be your biggest cheerleader.
Yes.
Come on in, Dr. Susan.
Woo! Woo! That was a great
Hello.
intro. Thank
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you, EJ. I feel like I know you a little bit
Oh,
already.
well, I guess I
Yes.
bared my soul for everyone, so they kind of do.
Absolutely.
She is
So
very cheery.
She is your
Why
best
was it?
cheerleader. And we were just talking, so we would love kind of some of your tips and advice on how EJ can rebuild his image online and fix up his profile while just feeling better about what he's posting.
Well, first, I have to say, and Sarah, I know that you will back me up on this, but you have such a great personality. You are so much fun.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed meeting you. You are one of those people that is someone that everyone instantly likes if you just let down your guard.
Oh, okay. There's the asterisk right there.
Yes. And so I want you to feel good about that. Take that and feel really good about it because it's absolutely the truth.
Thank you.
I
Thank
speak
you
the
very much.
truth. I speak the truth.
Thank you so much.
I wrote down a couple of things that I've been stalking you a little bit on your social media. Yes.
Oh, she found it all.
Yes, I did. So October 11th, 2015, not really that long ago, you
Yeah.
said, I am always learning.
Oh, okay.
So these are all
That's a
positives.
positive.
These
That
are
is a good
all-
positive.
All right, and then, you say some things such as life is meant to be lived, comma, have fun, ... There's a lot of other things that you put out there. Life is meant to be lived, have fun. So I'm going to remind you of what things that you have said, and maybe you need to go back and look at those yourself. So those to me say so much. And then, all right, hold on.
Okay.
So then
Oh,
I hear you, I read you saying, I feel like I'm falling behind
Oh,
in
yeah.
life,
Okay.
and I've chosen a hard career.
Yes.
It's absolutely true on the last part. It is a hard career.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as falling behind in life, I want you to remember that is completely subjective.
Mm-hmm.
It is not reality.
Okay.
You are where you're supposed to be right now. And so embrace that.
Right.
And yes, I don't have all of these things that other people might have, but look what I do have. Look where I am right now.
Right.
So you can have confidence in that. And then also you label yourself as shy.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So I would like to encourage you to not use that label.
Okay.
There's actually nothing wrong with somebody being a shy person. No, but for social media, it's not what we want.
Right.
So you are not actually shy. You are outgoing when you want to be, because I've seen it.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah. When I want to be.
Yes, that's the
I
whole
like that.
key here, right?
Okay.
It all comes down to your attitude. So what I really want you to do is I want you to develop that confidence in what you already have.
Okay.
You have it, but you don't know how to portray it. And I'm gonna just let you read my notes here for a
Okay.
second. What's this word?
Like. So.
Yes. You say these a lot.
Like.
Like
so.
so what, right?
Yeah.
Like totally. And
can
when
see
I hear you saying these words, it tells me that you don't believe in yourself as much as you should, because I have barely known you, and I mean minutes. We go way back, and I already think you're awesome.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
So you need to think that.
What do you recommend EJ does with his negative social media that's in the past and just like rebuilding up that part of his life?
I would say to look back and take your advice, take Sarah's advice. She knows what she's talking about. Get rid of some of those negative posts. Also, what you want to do is you really want to streamline what she was talking about. Who are you? What do you really want to put out there?
Right.
And then also, sometimes what you want to do is you want to take those posts that are somewhat negative and you want to re-record or redo it in a positive way. Right. And that's going to make a huge change for you. This is the new EJ. Here is the perspective that I'm looking at.
And Dr. Susan, I worry because I want EJ to really rebuild himself online. What would you suggest he do if he starts having those feelings again, rather than take it to a social media? Because when you're going to put in all this hard work, that happens to people. They get down, like things go on in your life, and you're going to be building up this whole new profile, or your same one, but just rebuilding, rebranding yourself. So if he was to start to feel those ways again, what do you suggest he do rather than put it on his account, because he doesn't want to move forward and then lose followers again?
Well, the first thing is, you had mentioned journaling and how that really didn't do it for you.
Right.
I would recommend journaling.
I just said.
But then what I would do is add the component of you go back and you read.
Okay.
So you don't just start where you are. So start where you are and write. But then as you progress, go back and read what you've written. So
Okay.
you can see the journey that you're taking. And then the other thing is, make sure that you let some things go. Little things that happen to us, let it go. You could be such a positive influencer if you could change just a little bit from where you are right here in this poem to where you're truly accepting who you are, accepting what you've been through,
Yes.
and moving on. It would be amazing for so many people to see where you were and here's where I am. This is
Right.
where I was feeling, and this is what I was feeling.
Right.
Could be expressed in poetry.
And there's a lot of people that use their online platform to be a positive influence
Right.
to others. And I'm sure that the reason, as I'm sure you would agree with me, that you are more likely to follow someone that makes you feel good about what you read. So think about if you took Dr. Susan Harrison's advice and you turned this into something positive, how good you would feel. Whether 3 people read that and needed it, if you think
Right.
about where you were at when you wrote that and you turned it into something positive and inspirational, and 3 people saw it, or 10 people or more, then you would be affecting their lives positively, which
Right.
I would think would make you feel better than those few
definitely.
negative comments you got.
So if you decide, no, this is what I want. This is the kind of work that I want. This is what I want people to see about me. This is how I want to get out there in the world. Keep it up. But if on the other hand, you're like, yeah, maybe I won't get as many jobs that way, then I would say you write your poetry down, you get that dark book,
Right.
you do something in the beginning that says, this is the darker side, how I was feeling. I hope you find comfort to know that you're not alone. Something like that.
Okay.
But you still do those. You still write those. If that's in your heart, that's what you want to get down, you put it down.
Okay.
But just you decide if that's really what you want your social media personality to be.
Right.
And you're here today to rebuild your social
Yes.
media. So,
So,
you're
yeah.
telling us that's not what you want. So that's why I'm
don't want
encouraging
to
you with
compromise
all
my
the
artistic-
positivity.
yes.
And you don't have to compromise your artistic abilities. You just need to refocus them. And if you want followers, you have to have a good positive image online.
Yes.
Look at what you're doing and be proud of it. You didn't hear earlier, but I want you to really take this to heart.
Okay.
Whatever you have done before, whatever's been done to you, whatever is said about you, or you've said about yourself, it doesn't change that you are a worthy person. It doesn't change what caliber of a person you are. None of that changes it. You are worthy because you're EJ. So keep reminding yourself of that, because you have a lot in you and a lot to give.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Now I'm going to just sort of purge all the bad, negative things that I've posted. It's just like getting new skin, basically, and just shedding all these bad things away. Now I'm just thinking, I'm just gonna bank on my talent. And I think that's part of the reason that, you guys gravitated towards my videos. And it's like, hey, let's get that guy on here. He's talented. It's a very, it's an incredible experience. The first thing I did when I got back is sort of go through all the negative, the posts with the most negative connotations behind it, and I would first and foremost delete the ones that were just like purely venomous. They have no artistic voice or meaning behind it. It was, those I would just delete. To this day, I'm working on myself, and it's, as I'm telling people, there are things that have been just sort of burned into my personality, where it's like, getting pepper out of a salt shaker. It's just etched into my brain, so it's going to be work. But I value very much the time, the support that everyone on the show was giving me.
I'm ready to just move forward and to really show my worth, and that I'm worth a damn.
Life has ups and downs, and if you're active on social media, sometimes those will be reflected in what you post. If you lose followers, don't give up hope. Try to find out what caused the loss, and then move forward with better awareness. Remember, sometimes it's quality over quantity when it comes to your followers.
I actually recently just did a edit of all the scenes from Family Matters where Steve Urkel turns into Bruce Lee, compiled all those scenes and turned it into a 70s style Bruce Lee movie trailer.
He's unstoppable, unbeatable, unbelievable. He's Bruce Lee.